Good morning, PB here. Just had the country song, That's What I Love About Sundays, pop in my head. I like that song. Craig Morgan, I think, sings it. One of the things that I like about Sunday is it makes Monday better. When I honor the Lord's Day, when I experience the Sabbath that He wants me to experience on Sunday. We had a great Sunday yesterday. Always begins with some prayer and time alone with God, and then we were off to share that service with a few of you in the sanctuary, and that was a great time to hear His Word, to worship together, to pray. Had some great time with some encouraging friends over lunch, got a nap in, stepped away from the toilsome labor of life, took some walks with Kelly on some beautiful trails. Just a great day and a good service and a great message from Kelly. I'm a little biased because she's my wife and I love her and appreciate her, but a great message yesterday. And I think it's worth hearing the text again. Ephesians chapter 4 was her text. The theme was unity. Unity is a big deal. With God, Jesus prayed for the unity of His church on the night that He was betrayed, the night before the cross, and that priestly prayer. He prayed that the church would be one. And Paul picks that theme up in Ephesians chapter 4. Let me just read that again. As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is through all and in all and over all. Praise be to His name. That's the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Make every effort to preserve the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. Preserving unity doesn't mean that you cave on what you believe. It doesn't mean that you don't speak up or take a stand or you're not honest. But it does mean that you are humble. You clothe yourself with humility in the conversations that you have. It means that we listen twice as much as we speak. It means that we seek to understand someone or understand an issue before we are understood. And it will mean, it seems to me, not just reacting to what we hear, but really pausing, asking God to help us respond instead of just react. These days, especially, we have just got to sit down and talk to each other. Talk to each other about things that matter. Talk to each other about subjects that are difficult to talk about. And we need to hang in there with each other, bear with each other until we really can understand what each other is saying. Disunity, it seems to me, often is a result of misunderstanding. Not always, and we won't always agree, but often that's the case. A friend of mine and I had scheduled a walk together last Friday morning, 7:30, meet in the upper parking lot of the church, and there's a trail through the woods up there back into that quiet neighborhood. It makes for a good walk if anybody else wants to do that. And the day before our walk, my friend texted me to confirm, and I texted him back and reminded him of the details. 7:30, upper parking lot, see you then. Well, for some reason, my text didn't go through. I was having some problems last week here and there, and he assumed that I had just forgotten the walk and didn't show up. I showed up and assumed that he got my text. Well, we were both making assumptions about the other person that resulted in missing an opportunity to walk and talk and be together as friends. Now, both of us probably should have picked up the phone when we didn't hear from the other and confirmed that walk. I'm thinking that's also evidence for the shortcoming sometime of electronic in-print communication. Sometimes you just have to pick up the phone and do it the old-fashioned way and call, talk to each other. But I thought about that since then. How many opportunities do we miss for fellowship, for a deeper relationship, for understanding because of the things that we assume about each other? And how often are relationships strained or are reactions encouraged rather than thoughtful responses because of our communication in print media instead of live? In person can be a challenge these days, but they're no less important. We need to talk to each other. We need to be together. We need to have opportunities for communication where there's immediate opportunity for response, for questions, when someone can sense our spirit and hear our voice and all the rest. Anyway, great message yesterday, Kelly, and I hope if you weren't able to watch the service yesterday with us at 10 or sometime during the day, that you'll take a few minutes and take that service in. Lots of good stuff in there, including that message. God bless you guys. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you or hearing from you soon.